The 50th Law are about the philosophies of Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. The text explores his path from poverty and street hustling to fame and fortune as a rapper. It emphasizes his unique philosophy of intense realism and self-reliance, arguing that adversity should be embraced and transformed into opportunities for success. The book encourages readers to adopt this fearless approach to life, advocating for sharp observation, relentless self-improvement, and the ability to turn any negative event into a positive advantage. What is intense realism, and why is it important? Intense realism is a philosophy that emphasizes seeing the world for what it truly is, without wishful thinking or emotional filters. It's about acknowledging the harsh realities of life, such as competition, treachery, and limited time. By embracing realism, you gain clarity, confidence, and the power to navigate challenges effectively. In a world that encourages escapism and fantasy, realism allows you to see opportunities and threats that others miss. How can I cultivate a more realistic outlook? Cultivating realism involves several key practices. Rediscover curiosity and openness. Approach the world with childlike curiosity, questioning your assumptions and embracing new experiences. Expand your knowledge. Seek information from diverse sources, delve into the root causes of problems, and understand the interconnectedness of events. Develop depth of understanding. Go beyond surface appearances and dig deeper into the underlying motives and power dynamics at play. See further ahead. Envision the long-term consequences of present actions and develop a strategic perspective. Focus on deeds, not words. Observe people's actions and past behavior to discern their true intentions. Practice detachment. Step back from your emotions and ego to assess your actions objectively and adapt accordingly. What is the concept of self-reliance, and how does it relate to intense realism? Self-reliance is the ability to depend on your own resources and judgment, rather than relying on others for guidance or support. It's about taking ownership of your life, your work, and your decisions. Self-reliance is essential for navigating a world where most people are primarily concerned with their own interests. By developing self-reliance, you become less vulnerable to manipulation and disappointment. How can I become more self-reliant? Building self-reliance is a journey that involves several steps. Reclaim dead time. Transform wasted time into opportunities for learning and skill development. Create little empires. Seek out opportunities to take ownership of projects and develop entrepreneurial skills, even within existing structures. Eliminate dependencies. Gradually free yourself from reliance on others for support or advancement. Reflect your individuality. Embrace your unique strengths and perspectives, and express them in your work. What is opportunism, and how can I apply it to my life? Opportunism in this context is the ability to see potential for power and expansion in every situation, even those that appear negative. It's about transforming obstacles into opportunities, using setbacks as fuel for growth, and never letting fear paralyze you. By developing this opportunistic mindset, you become more resourceful, resilient, and capable of achieving your goals. How can I develop an opportunistic mindset? To become a true opportunist, focus on these principles. Make the most of what you have. Utilize your existing resources creatively, turning limitations into advantages. Seek and embrace challenges. View obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning. Move before you're ready. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Take action and adapt as you go. Is opportunism ethical? Opportunism, when practiced ethically, is not about exploiting others, but about maximizing your own potential within the existing realities of life. It's about seeing the world through a lens of possibility, rather than limitation. Ethical opportunism involves using your skills and intelligence to create win-win situations, rather than engaging in zero-sum games. How do intense realism, self-reliance, and opportunism connect to create power? These three principles form a powerful synergy. Intense realism provides a clear vision of the world as it is, allowing you to see opportunities and threats that others miss. Self-reliance empowers you to act decisively and independently without being hampered by dependence on others. Opportunism fuels your ability to transform challenges into advantages, turning setbacks into stepping stones to success. By cultivating these three qualities, you become a force to be reckoned with in any field you choose. What is the hustler's flow, and how does it relate to success in a chaotic environment? The hustler's flow is a mindset and a skill set for navigating and thriving in unpredictable, constantly shifting situations. It involves embracing change, adapting to new circumstances, and capitalizing on opportunities that emerge from chaos. Those with a hustler's flow, like 50 Cent, avoid becoming rigid or fixated on a single approach. They remain flexible, experimenting with multiple ventures simultaneously and constantly evolving their strategies. This approach allows them to maintain momentum and seize control amidst the chaos. How can fear and a desire for control hinder our ability to navigate change? From infancy, we develop a fear of the unknown and a desire to control our environment. This fear leads us to seek stability and predictability, making us resistant to change. When faced with chaotic situations, we often try to force events into familiar patterns, clinging to outdated strategies and resisting new information. This fear-driven rigidity makes it difficult to perceive and exploit the opportunities that emerge from chaos, ultimately hindering our progress. How can adopting a water-like approach help us gain power and momentum? Instead of resisting change, we can embrace a more fluid, adaptable approach like water. Water effortlessly navigates obstacles, flowing around or over them. It can be gentle and yielding, yet also possess immense force. By adopting a water-like mindset, we become more receptive to new experiences and less afraid of the unknown. This allows us to move with the current of events, channeling chaos to our advantage and gaining momentum. How can we overcome the fear of confrontation and learn to be bad when necessary? Fear of confrontation can prevent us from asserting ourselves and protecting our interests. To overcome this fear, we must gradually expose ourselves to challenging situations, standing up to aggressors and advocating for our needs. This process helps us realize that the consequences of assertiveness are rarely as dire as our fears suggest. Over time, we develop the inner strength and confidence to navigate conflict effectively, learning to strategically employ bad tactics when appropriate. What are some key strategies for leading from the front and inspiring followers? Effective leaders embody the values and spirit they want to instill in their followers. They lead by example, working harder than anyone else, setting high standards, and confidently taking risks. This inspires loyalty and creates a unified, motivated group. Leaders should focus on actions rather than words, demonstrating their commitment through tangible effort. By setting a fearless and proactive tone, leaders can transform their followers into enthusiastic disciples. How can embracing the role of author enhance our leadership authority? True authority comes from creating something new and valuable, not from simply occupying a position of power. Leaders who constantly innovate, take action, and deliver results earn genuine respect and authority. They become authors of a new order, their achievements speaking louder than any title or privilege. By continually pushing boundaries and driving progress, leaders inspire their followers to believe in their vision and follow their lead. Why is it crucial to balance a strong, consistent leadership style with adaptability and the willingness to reinvent oneself? Consistency builds trust and provides a sense of stability, but over time, even the most effective leadership styles can become outdated. Leaders who cling to past successes risk becoming irrelevant and losing their influence. To maintain momentum and stay ahead of the curve, leaders must periodically reinvent themselves, adapting to changing cultural trends and incorporating fresh perspectives into their approach. This continuous evolution ensures their leadership remains relevant and inspiring. What are the 4 main roles a leader must master to effectively guide and unify a group? The visionary. Leaders must establish clear, long-term goals and articulate a compelling vision for the future. By inspiring their followers with a sense of purpose and direction, they create a cohesive, unified force. The unifier. Leaders should identify a unifying cause or mission that transcends individual interests and binds the group together. By embodying this cause and rallying followers around it, they eliminate internal divisions and foster a shared sense of purpose. The role model. Leaders should develop a team of capable lieutenants by empowering them with clear objectives and trusting them to make decisions independently. This mentorship approach allows leaders to focus on the broader strategic picture while fostering a culture of initiative and innovation. The bold knight. Leaders must maintain their proactive, risk-taking spirit, continually initiating new ventures and confronting potential threats. This dynamic approach keeps the group energized, engaged, and constantly moving forward. What is the core message of 50 Cent's approach to success, as described in the 50th Law? 50 Cent's philosophy centers on fearless action and deep connection to your environment. He emphasizes understanding your audience, mastering your craft through dedicated practice, and cultivating an unshakable self-belief. These principles, learned from his experiences on the streets and in the music industry, are applicable to any field. How does 50 Cent emphasize the importance of knowing your environment? 50 Cent stresses the need to understand your audience deeply, going beyond surface-level observations and connecting with their needs and desires. This involves constantly seeking feedback, being open to criticism, and adapting your work accordingly. He learned this through his time as a drug dealer, where understanding his customers was key to survival and success. Why does 50 Cent place such a high value on mastering the process? Mastery requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to endure tedious work. 50 Cent learned this through his experiences in boxing, hustling, and music. Embracing the process allows you to build a solid foundation for your skills, develop mental discipline, and ultimately achieve greater success. How does 50 Cent encourage developing a fearless approach to life? Fearlessness, according to 50 Cent, stems from cultivating a strong self-belief. This means defying categories, constantly reinventing yourself, and believing in your own potential. He stresses the importance of creating your own sense of destiny and betting on yourself, even when facing challenges. What is the significance of confronting mortality, according to 50 Cent? 50 Cent suggests that acknowledging our mortality can be a powerful motivator. It instills a sense of urgency and purpose, helps us prioritize what truly matters, and ultimately frees us from fear. His own near-death experience ignited a newfound focus and drive that fueled his success. How does the concept of the sublime relate to 50 Cent's philosophy? The sublime refers to experiences that evoke awe and push us beyond the limits of language and rational thought. These moments, often triggered by encounters with vastness, strangeness, or intense experiences, provide a glimpse of a reality beyond our everyday perception. 50 Cent suggests seeking these moments through challenges, travel, or exploring unfamiliar territory to gain a fresh perspective and appreciate life more fully. What is the role of ego in achieving success according to the 50th law? 50 Cent distinguishes between a weak ego and a strong ego. A weak ego is characterized by insecurity, dependence on validation, and a need to disguise fragility with arrogance. A strong ego, on the other hand, allows for greater objectivity, consideration for others, and a healthy sense of self-worth. He encourages developing a strong ego by focusing on self-belief and detaching from the opinions of others. What are the key takeaways from the 50th law? Connection. Deeply understand your audience and environment. Mastery. Embrace the process and develop your skills through dedicated practice. Fearlessness. Cultivate a strong self-belief and defy limitations. Mortality. Confront your mortality to live with purpose and urgency. The sublime. Seek out awe-inspiring experiences to expand your perspective. Ego strength. Develop a strong ego for greater objectivity and resilience.